Okay, um, you told me that you would take my case if I met you here and prove to you that I didn't commit the crime that they said I committed. Um, I can't offer you any concrete evidence. I could just vow, vouch to you that I'm a good person. I may have problems, but I'm a good person. And I do actually have proof, concrete proof that I didn't hurt that woman. I was walking down the street and I was just trying to find change on the ground so I could get something to eat. I was in a hard time of that month. It was that time of the month where I didn't have money to meet ends meet, but I was gonna get paid in a couple of days, so I was just running short, and I was just walking the streets at night looking for change or looking if I could just get something to eat. And I saw that woman that got murdered on the way to Avon's on what was it, Reseda in Ventura. I saw that woman when I was crossing the street, and people were looking at me suspiciously because, it was like 10 o'clock, and I'm a black man, and I was just walking down the street, looking around, looking on the ground like I'm crazy or something. But I can assure you, I'm not crazy. I might have problems, but I'm not crazy. And I saw that woman, and to prove to you, and I could prove to you that it wasn't me that murdered her, is because when I read the news of what happened, like the next, it was like the next morning, she was all the way on Sepulveda when that happened. I saw her, and I told you, it was Ventura and Reseda. I was in Vons. I was standing in front of Vons for 45 minutes, just waiting for somebody to offer me $1 or something so I could get something to eat from the grocery store. I saw her. We even made eye contact. I could admit that, but I didn't touch that woman. I know I have problems, but I wouldn't touch that woman. So you could take my case and represent me in court, and you'll get me off because there's no concrete proof that I did anything. And I'm assuring you, I'm a good person. Everybody that knows me, I don't have friends or family, but everybody that knows me, that they know that I'm a nice guy. I would never do anything like that to a woman, especially unprovoked. I'm not saying that murder is ever, ever reasonable or like ever permissible, but everybody who knows me knows I would never do that. So that's my proof. You should take my case. You have nothing to lose, okay? I didn't do anything to that woman, and I've been on my medicine for continuously without even missing a day for about a year now. The last time, the last year, you don't know me, but last year I was off my medicine, and I ended up in the hospital, but I didn't hurt anybody. I had rough times on myself, on my own body. I didn't hurt anybody. I didn't antagonize anybody. I didn't steal one red penny from anybody or a store. I didn't shoplift, even when I was hungry. So that's all I could give you is my word that you could take my case. But there's something else that's just like bugging me, is because I'm back where I started. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how I thought that they were building the case against me, because how would I know? How would I be walking the streets free if I can't afford bail? Why would they be having a case against me? If how did I find out they had a case against me? Was that just an idea in my head? I'm back where I started again. Like, my delusions get to me, but I know some stuff is real. Some of the stuff that happens to me is real, and I could prove it with maybe photos on my phone or something, but some of the stuff that happens is real, and I know it is. But how do I know that they were building the case against me? Why did I call a lawyer? And I'm afraid to admit this to myself, because that seems like I'm the only one here, because there's nobody else in the car but me. But how did I know? I knew that I was going to meet a black BMW SUV in the Target parking garage. And there's a black BMW. I'm sitting in a black BMW SUV in the Target parking lot. The door was open, but there's nobody in here. It's just me. How do I keep on ending up in situations like this? See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. This is how I know some of the stuff I go through is real. Because how would I know to come to this car? Why would this car be open and unlocked? Why would a BMW car be open and unlocked? I don't know what's real anymore. There's nobody else in the car with me. I knew that. I knew that, man. It's a sick game. There's like half truths. It's like I think I'm going out of my mind, but then something comes to give me proof, and then they just take it right away. I don't know what to do. I gotta get out of this car.